Asteroid of Fear.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Men of the House podcast. Coming at you Saturday morning, Saturday midnight, but we're actually recording on a Friday afternoon. Let me adjust this mic. Oh, all right. See it fading in and out of the video frame. Interesting. Yes, so welcome to another episode of the Men of the House podcast. And this is technically an episode of the Caregiving Chronicles, but it's about to all kind of start getting mashed together. Wednesdays, I'm telling my story or my journey, kind of giving you birth till now. A lot of the hardships I've faced, a lot of the struggles, a lot of the mistakes I've made, some that followed me around for years and eroded my self-worth. Make sure you go back and listen to those. I think that episode was November 20th. If you want to check it out. But yeah, every Wednesday I've been doing Caregiving Chronicles on most Mondays, Saturdays, and then my journey on Wednesdays. And I have a couple more weeks of that that will bring us up to speed in current time. But coming in 2025, the Men of the House podcast for now will probably turn into your Peak Performance Partner podcast. And the topics will be a little bit different. But that is why I'm giving you my story, my journey, so you can know about me and connect with me. And also, I just read something on the screen that threw me off for a second. And that way you can discern how I can help you, because I've overcome a ton of struggles myself. And I'm in the process of still figuring stuff out. The struggles never end, but I've maintained a certain sensibility with change and struggle as opposed to before. Yeah, so go check out some of those episodes. That way, when it turns into your Peak Performance Partner, you'll know who I am and what I'm about. Because kind of this, I think it's been about 16 months, maybe 17 months of starting the podcast. That's been the Men of the House podcast. If you go back and listen from the beginning, you will see the change, the transformation of both myself in terms of, let's say, being comfortable on the mic, how easy it is maybe for me to flow and or yeah, have a stream of consciousness, I guess you could say. But you can see the evolution. It's one of the things I'm most proudest of is evolution, but progression. Yeah. So being able to switch it up from a basic audio to editing to video, making an intro, wow, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've leveled up my technical skills, probably my speaking skills just through repetition, interviewing skills. And so yeah, look at all that, look at the transformation, look at the progress, and that's going to give you an idea of why I'm starting Peak Performance Partner, your Peak Performance Partner, and why I'm interested in this coaching, helping others as a career field. You know, my whole life has been about service, from the military to hospitals to being a personal trainer. Almost everything I've done has been of service or to help someone get better or help them get well, whatever it is. So, what could be more meaningful and purposeful than helping others find their purpose? As I say this, I've actually been thinking about this a little bit. I had considered going into HR at one time. And I always had this kind of theory of like, wouldn't it be interesting if your job is to help other people find jobs? Well, my job now is going to be to help other people find purpose. Purpose meaning make a change, make a transformation through small steps. What could be more meaningful than that to me? Helping people get unstuck. Oh, yeah. My eyes are watering here. Take my glasses off for the listeners. If it's allergies or what. Anywho, yeah, so that's kind of the direction we're going. That's what's going to be going on. We got a couple more Wednesdays in December. I should be able to finish out my story. And in terms of Caregiving Chronicles, um, I don't know if maybe I'll continue it, maybe I won't. But this is the path we're on for now until I set up your peak performance partner. I have some guests in mind for the first episode, how I want to launch it. So once I can get everything lined up, then I will probably be switching the podcast over once my story's over. And maybe I'll do one peak performance partner podcast and maybe one Caregiving Chronicles. I really don't know. I have a couple of weeks to hash it out. It's like, do I want to start back at one? Do I want to keep all these episodes? Do I want to have as a separate podcast? You can always chime in, make suggestions. You know, would you prefer to keep the Men of the House podcast and have such stories, Caregiving Chronicles, whatnot? Or just switch it up to your peak performance partner podcast, your peak performance pod, maybe partner pod, because I want to bring on guests that also specialize in transformation, leveling up, um, healing. And that's the idea, not just for me to be your partner, the brand to be your partner, but also the guests. Is, everybody learns differently. Different things resonate differently with people. Um, Different people resonate with people as well. Therefore, if I don't have any value I can offer you in terms of practical tips, tricks, or anything like that, then perhaps the guest could have something to offer you, which would also make them a partner. So, yeah, it's about collaboration, bringing forth the best accountability, the best performance, whether they're hacks, tips, tricks, anything to stay consistent, other people's stories, their journey on how they remain accountable, how they reach certain levels. So I think it's going to kind of be in that wheelhouse. I have ideas, but of course, they start taking shape once you start doing, once you start executing. This whole process of, I started a podcast, whatever it was, 16, 17 months ago, or I don't know. And it was kind of a way of just, there was some planning, there was talking, that was probably too loud. Let me adjust that. And then, I got into group coaching and then started business coaching. And with business coaching, accountability is nothing new to me. I was actually, I don't know if I was interviewed or he interviewed me, but it was the Neff Inspiration. We've interviewed each other, but I can't remember which episode it was. That towards the end, he's an anesthesiologist, I think, and he was he wasn't working at the time because he was kind of under medical review board type of thing, and he was looking for ideas. And I said, well, you could become an accountability coach, because I had that idea way back when. Our episode aired in August, so it had to have been way back when, probably February, March, when this came about. So yeah, this has been brewing. When I started group coaching in July, I think, straight into business coaching after 90 days. And I was like, I think I want to be an entrepreneur. I think I want to be an accountability coach, a peak performance partner. And you would be able to see I'm consistent. You could ask my business coach, email him, Alan Lazarus of Next Level University. He'll tell you my PPT, my peak performance tracker it's consistent. I may have had like a 70% day, very few, very few. And if we go from group coaching in July till now, I mean, I don't miss my days, and I'm 80% or above, a 70 here or there. Maybe when we change up the metrics a little bit, and I have like on a business coaching day, if we change up the metrics, and you know, I haven't done them, then of course I can't check them off. So there will be some there, but there's like a little day lag. Once when I have a business coaching session, it's typically on a Tuesday, you know, I'll check off anything prior to, but then kind of once we rearrange or select metrics and habits to track, I usually start on them the next day as opposed to starting that day. Maybe that's something I can work on. Being better is immediate action, starting them immediately. But that's typically how it works. But yeah, email him, call him, drop him a DM. He'll tell you. I'm consistent. It's green. I don't miss. Yeah. And that's why I'm going to be the one to help you out, hold you accountable. I've come up against plenty of roadblocks that I've had to navigate. Or I guess you could say frustrations. I've had to sit in a lot of pain. It goes away or gets better, slowly but surely. Yeah, while we're on that, it is recording this Friday afternoon. It is Friday the 13th. The day is almost gone. So that means I got 2 weeks, maybe, and change. I think 2 weeks, 5 days before the end of the year. I'll be launching your peak performance partner in 2025. So yeah, we're gonna ride out the men of the house till the end of the year. And if we get some votes, that maybe we keep it. I got 2.5 weeks to decide. Hey, am I gonna have two podcasts or one podcast? One would be much easier to keep up with. 100%. And stay on topic. But we shall see. All right. So that's kind of what's coming. I'm in the process of building the site. I finished up my one certification, working on a second one. And then, like I said, finishing the marketing course and building a website. And that's all got to be done in the next 10 days, roughly. Yeah. But I'm almost finished with the course. Knocked quite a bit of that out this morning, and almost done. Maybe by this evening or tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But on to the week. What has been going on with the Caregiving Chronicles? What has this week been like? Let's see. I recorded Sunday night for release Monday. Maybe explaining why I missed Saturday because Dad took a trip to the ER. But yeah, let's see what happened. Monday we got. What's this week? Let me look at my calendar. It has been kind of a short, long week. If that makes sense. Let's see what we're looking at. Well, my daughter had company Sunday night, so they went to school Monday morning. Ah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Now it's all coming back to me. She started coughing Sunday night, of course, but the friend had been at other friends' houses, and we're like, maybe she brought something. Who knows? The weather here in Texas has been wonky. Some days it's in the 30s, and then there's a 40-degree change. Maybe it's like 70 by the afternoon and 38 in the morning or 34 in the morning. We had some cold days where it's staying in the upper 40s and low 50s. And then, a couple of days later, it's 30s and 70s. So, yeah, she was coughing, which was a little concerning because she kind of gets sick often, it seems, but a lot of people do. It's kind of hard to compare just because I don't really get sick. So, any sickness is kind of more by comparison. But yeah, she made it through Monday, and then Tuesday was an early morning because the kids at school went on a field trip to Dallas, went to the theater or something, because it is a performing arts kind of school. So they went to a theater, had lunch, made it back. I went and picked up my daughter early because they got back early, and that was that. And then Wednesday, she stayed home. So it was like double caregiving chronicles. Had a sick kiddo to take care of and a 97-year-old veteran. And that meant my wife had a long day of doing all the other people because, we help out another person. So she had to go over there early in the morning where she would normally drop my daughter off at school and then go help this other person get ready for dialysis, get them changed, all that stuff, transferred to a chair. Uh, but yeah, that was kind of a day for her. I feel like if I remember a lot of running around because she has multiple clients in that development and who are handicapped, who ride scooter chairs, and one had an issue with his vehicle, and I think my wife had to do some grocery shopping for him, different things like that. So yeah, by the time you get a morning change, an evening change before coming home, and cleaning for a couple of people, it turns into a long day. So yeah, it was a long day for her, probably equally kind of long for me, but not really because my days are like little groundhog days when I'm not leaving the development, gated community or compound. I wake up early. I hit my metrics, my peak performance tracker, start checking things off, do my studying, do my workout. I've boosted up to 2 walks a day, one after he wakes up and one in the evening, because Andrew and I are doing a little 20-miler here in February, a little 20-mile hike. Something similar to Bataan Death March, but different. So yeah, we signed up for that. So I'm doing 2 walks a week and trying to knock out these courses. So yeah, I'm staying busy, but I don't really need to go anywhere. So this kind of isolation confinement has been kind of beneficial for me. Yeah, Wednesday they both they both stayed home. Yeah, she stayed home. Got her in a She wanted to go to school Thursday because they were going to a different school to do a puppet show for elementary kids. And so she ended up going to school that morning, and then I picked her up and took her to the doctor, and then we came home and, you know, hung out. So it was a little early day for her. Oh, yeah, that was yesterday. And my wife eventually went out later in the afternoon, I feel like. Although I'm looking at the calendar and I cannot figure out who the heck she had yesterday, if anyone. No, because I dropped my daughter off, went to my dad's. I think I walked, took my daughter to the doctor, came back, probably walked again. My wife had to have gone somewhere. I don't know what she was out doing. Ah, that's what it was. Her and my daughter went and got their nails done after the doctor's appointment. Yes, I went for the walk, hung out with Buck, did our thing, and yeah, after my wife, they did that. They had a few errands to run, and then it was like drop the daughter off. Then she had to go to the grocery store, get my daughter's medicine, and whatever we were going to eat for the evening. So yeah, I got done with the walk, cooked some dinner. We had dinner together, and then I think I worked on my course a little bit. Yeah, because I did probably about 4 hours of coursework this morning before everybody got up, and I already got my walk in. But yeah, that was yesterday. We did all that, maybe watched a little Thursday night football. I did not sleep well, slept about 4 hours, got up at 4 a.m. And since then, it's just been hammering it, getting everything done, getting as much done as possible because I need to get this course done. I'm in the longest part, I'm in the hour 54-minute section. So once I can get past that, we're almost done. I think it's got 25 sections. I might be on 17, 16 or 17. Yeah, got in one workout, been fasting all day, just not super hungry. And I've been eating way too much, like late night. I don't know what it is. That's just kind of when I've been getting hungry, or it's falling kind of like a habit, because if I do my second walk kind of late, then we kind of have dinner late, and then I really don't like to eat after 8 p.m., but here lately, I've been down with them 9:30 snacks, I guess you could say. Sweets. Had a super sweet tooth lately. Trying to offset it with protein. If you have something sweet, have a protein shake with it, like a fruit tart or some tres leches. But also, I don't know. I've been pretty good with the portion sizes, not overdoing it, but I'm not underdoing it either. I keep fluctuating between 1 and 3 pounds. So yeah, doing a little fast kickstart the metabolism and gut. kind of give it a break from all the food and stuff I've been putting in it. And maybe we'll fast for today and come back in hard tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. It's been a long day. Been at it for about 12 hours now, going hard, and I might end up having a late night to record this. I gotta upload it, clip it, all that stuff, and I still may end up. Reverend Horton Heat's coming to town tonight. You don't know who that is? Go check him out. But I've seen him several times. Love him. And the fact that he's coming here to our little town that rarely ever has shows of any decency. It's almost like all the shows I go to are in Dallas. I haven't been to a show here in forever. So I could actually go without having to commute 4 hours. A 2-hour drive there and 2-hour drive back. I don't have to get home at 2 in the morning. So it'd almost be dumb not to go. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. We'll see. We'll see. First things first. Finish this, upload it, clip it. Gotta wait for the wife to get off. We'll see. It's cold and rainy. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. I just got so much to do. I could stay back and finish this course. I'm due for some R&R. I keep telling myself I'm going to take a break and not hit this shit full speed because I've been like every day. I can't really think of the last time. I just haven't really been watching TV. Hadn't really had a break, but part of me wants to veg out. I kind of want to lay in the bed and watch movies, just pig out, not count macros, not count calories. Just be like, fuck it. But that's just not. I feel guilty if I miss my tracker, if I miss logging my food. Yeah, that Mexican Catholic guilt is real. But yeah, I feel guilty, and so I just end up doing it. I thought I was going to take off yesterday since my routine was off after taking my daughter to school and doing all that. I was like, oh, I'll just take it easy. But the PT came to see my dad, and while they were there, it's like I might as well do something. So I just took off walking while physical therapy was there, working on him. Then came back while they were doing nails. I'm like, already got in one, might as well do two. Yes, I'm OCD. Get a lot of guilt from not doing. That's my accountability system outside of my business coach and my accountability group. So, yeah. If you guys would like the same, hit me up. It's all going to be coming soon. All I ask is just show a little grace here towards the end of the year, beginning of the next, as I try to transition these, unless, of course, I keep both of them. But yeah, they may weave in and out, one turning into another, but there will be a clear distinction first episode when it switches over to your peak performance partner, or when I start that one, whatever the case may be. So, until then, go out and be the person that you would want to meet.
Let go.